Hi everyone, I'm Drea from Little Bites of Joy. Just wanted to fill you in on how my 30-day juice fast went and what I've learned, and also other lifestyle habits that I've incorporated into the detox to help me along. So yesterday was officially day 30 of this beautiful juice fast, and I'm still drinking my little quart-sized green juice over here. Today is then officially day one of reincorporating sort of blended foods for about 3 days and seeing how that goes. And I'm a little sad only because I've just gotten used to this routine of making juice and drinking it and enjoying it and not really having to think about food all day, which is nice. And then you get to do yoga and do walks and creative things and reading books and whatnot. So your life isn't surrounded by food. But I'm hoping to extend that into the way that I will continue to live, sort of incorporating more blended foods and just simple foods and getting to the good stuff in life, hanging out with friends and family and going hiking and that sort of thing. So far, I've lost a little over 22 pounds, which is great, but that is actually secondary to other things that have happened as well. My eczema, I don't know if you remember from the last video, this part of the hand was filled with eczema when I first started out. It actually got worse before it got better. It sort of erupted a little bit. When it's wintertime here, the dry heat really messes up my hands, and I moisturize, I drink so much water, I do all sorts of things, and this time around I really think it was the green juice that helped me heal. And of course we had a humidifier, we moved from room to room, that also helped as well. Coconut oil on the hand as well. But the juice really, it was remarkable how it's almost like it was never here, and it was really, really bad. Another thing is that I've been testing my blood sugar. As many of you know from the last video, I have PCOS and also insulin resistance. There's diabetes on one side of my family. And I took it upon myself to really focus on regulating my own blood sugar, taking really good care of what I put in my body, what I put in my mind, how I take good care of my body, de-stress, sleep well, all the components of just being a regular healthy person anyway. But what I've really focused on is green juice. So I have the bases cucumber and celery. I add in parsley, kale, ginger, lemon, romaine, zucchini, and I do add just a small serving of green apple, although I'm weaning myself off, because what I've noticed recently is actually the green juice is starting to taste sweeter to me because I haven't had any sweets for 30 days. I started out with I think it may have been 3 really large green apples in the amount of juice I'd be making for the entire day. So even that is pretty lower glycemic than, say, if you're juicing oranges or grapefruits or beets or carrots. But I then moved to basically 3 really small apples. I'm going to start moving to even 2 small apples, and maybe I could just do, green juice, because I really like it. I like the vegetable taste. So my blood sugar has been perfectly normal. I wake up in the 80s. Sometimes it's even a little bit low because I may not have had my green juice at night or whatnot. So I do try to kind of keep my blood sugar regular, but it's woken up, perfectly normal. And throughout the day, I really stay. I think the pattern has actually been, if not under 100, but under 110 for sure. And within 15 minutes, it actually goes back to the 80s, which means, this is the best part, that the cells are accepting the sugar. So if you know about insulin resistance, your cells are actually, if someone does have insulin resistance, the cells are resistant to insulin, and therefore the pancreas keeps pumping insulin to get the sugar into the cells, but the cells are resistant. So what happens to all that sugar in the bloodstream? It becomes, it's deposited basically as fat. So you're never in fat burning mode, because you're never really getting the cells to accept the sugar and to create energy from that. You're always actually depositing sugar into fat, and you're always hungry. So that's been pretty amazing to literally see a documented proof through all the testing that I'm doing that my sugar doesn't go high, and when it does elevate to even a normal level, say 110, it then gets reabsorbed into the cells, so they're acting as if, I don't want to use this word, but if they haven't already healed, they are starting to heal, and the process is working as it should be, which is great. One other thing that's happened, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but when I used to get hungry, I was very moody. I was almost angry. I was very cranky, and I couldn't focus on anything else except getting food in my mouth. And what that actually meant was I would typically overeat if I let myself go too long without eating. I would make really poor choices. I would go for maybe convenience food rather than taking the time to make a salad or something. And now when I'm hungry, just like you, when you're hungry, you eat. When I'm hungry, I drink my green juice. It's a completely calm experience. There's no frantic, oh my gosh, I need to eat right now, or I'm going to blow up at somebody and get out of my way. And first of all, it's not nice to picture that. It's not nice to be around somebody who's experiencing that. And it's not, I don't think it should be normal to feel that ravenous, and then the after effect of, say, overeating to compensate. Or just, choosing poor choices. So my hunger right now is perfectly normal. Sometimes I just look at my stomach and I'm like, you're grumbling. I think you're hungry. Okay, I guess I'll drink some green juice. But it's not this frantic, anxiety-laden experience. It's actually pretty calming. So, and it's okay. I know that I just need to drink and I'll be okay. I'm not going to die. I'm not going to pass out. I'm not going to, nothing bad is going to happen to me. I just go into the fridge, take the green juice, and I'm all set. And I do hope that continues. I'm going to try to stick to lower glycemic foods, lots of raw vegetables and good fats eventually as I transition. So a couple of things, actually not a couple, a lot of things. I wanted to talk to you about what I actually did through the detox to sort of help me along in addition to the green juice. So I did take a few supplements, even though, they say take them with food, and green juice technically isn't food. It's liquid. I did take vitamin D drops. I took zeolite, and I stopped taking chromium. It helps with blood sugar regulation. My blood sugar was so good that it actually started to drop too much with taking chromium, and I thought, I don't need this. I don't need to take chromium. My cells are actually reacting perfectly fine. So I stopped doing that. I did do Natural Calm. It's a magnesium drink to sort of just help flush out, the peristalsis movement of your intestines actually stop when you're juicing. And that's just the contractions of letting go basically of, fecal matter. If there's no fiber in you, then that whole process sort of stops, and you should kind of help it along. So I did do magnesium at night. Also Epsom salt baths. I would put about a half cup of Epsom salt and a half cup of baking soda in a really nice warm bath with essential oils, and I would just kind of relax at nighttime. Or you could do it in the morning as well. But that's a really good way to get magnesium as well. And essential oils have been really great. So basically on your skin or in your water, at nighttime, if you're massaging your legs or your hands or whatever, add some lavender oil. Add it to pre-existing things that you're already doing. So if you're brushing your teeth, you can put some either clove oil or thieves oil on your toothbrush and just kind of brush. It helps to make your breath smell even better. Let's see what else. Lemon essential oils and water. Lime is one of my favorites. Lime, you can make a lime water. Just helps, you drink more water actually. It tastes really, really good. Grapefruit water is delicious. And then I did also make a lemonade. So this is one of the fastest ways to hydrate and to really create an alkaline environment on the outside. Even though lemons are acidic on the outside of your body, when you ingest them through the different processes, they actually make you more alkaline. And I would take a ball jar, probably this big, and fill it all the way up with water, and then I would just take one whole lemon and juice the juice of it and put it in the water, and then I would probably put about half a dropper full of liquid stevia. So organic stevia that I just get at Trader Joe's or wherever. I don't use powdered stevia. That's the white stuff. It's fabricated, it's processed. It's not supposed to be white. If you ever look at a stevia plant, we actually grow it in our backyard, in our garden. It's an organic stevia plant. It grows to like 3 feet. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful dark green. So we'll dry those leaves and turn it into a green powder and add that to herbal teas or, whatever else you want to add it to. Maybe some raw desserts without having to add in maple syrup and all that, all those sweeteners. That lemonade with the water, lemon, and stevia goes down so quickly, and it is absolutely delicious. And it's just one extra thing you can do to sort of, vamp up your routine. I also did just small amounts of coconut water here and there, especially if I was traveling and I was going to be out of the house for, 4 or 5 hours. I would take a little bottle of coconut water and just kind of sip. I wouldn't drink the whole thing real fast. But just kind of sip along and maybe dilute it with half water, half coconut water, just to kind of keep me hydrated. This is one of my favorite new things. I don't know if you guys know Dandy Blend. Dandy Blend is a coffee alternative. It's made up of dandelion and some other things. It's gluten-free, which is a plus. But Dandy Blend to me, it tastes like coffee. And I was never addicted to coffee for what it did to me. I would drink coffee because of the taste. So I easily let go of, regular coffee and, started doing Dandy Blend. There's also Ticino, but I actually like this one a little bit better. It has a froth at the top, and it's non-acidic, and it's, again, made of dandelions. Dandelions are a bitter food, and bitter foods really help the liver detoxify. So if you can eat a dandelion salad, if it's organic, or try the Dandy Blend. It's been really kind of fun, especially because it's cold. The other night it was 9 degrees, and here I am drinking juice, and it's freezing, and I'm shivering, and it just kind of really helps to have, obviously, a heating blanket, but also to kind of, cuddle up with a lot of different layers and maybe have a cup of hot tea, herbal tea, or some Dandy Blend. That's a super special treat. Let's see. In the beginning, I actually took the vegetable sort of scraps from the juicing. And so I would take the green pulp, so the parsley, kale, celery, zucchini, and whatever, if I had some spinach or something like that. And I would cover that with water and make a broth and then strain it. And I'd have this hot, beautiful liquid broth to drink throughout the day. I did that the first 10 days just to ease me into the process of juicing, but I actually stopped because it was creating a little bit of gas. I think having the juice and then eventually having the broth and having the juice, it was just kind of a mixture of different things, and not painful gas, but just like, okay, I'd rather not. I think I'm good to go. After the 10 days of doing the broth, I kind of got into not even that much actually. It might have even just been about 5 days of doing broth. I got the hang of doing just the green juice, and I didn't need the broth anymore. So I also did do enemas. So it's not the most fun experience. I'll just be honest. It is not fun to do an enema. It's not my favorite activity. However, after you do an enema, you feel like $1,000. You feel cleaned out. You feel lighter. You feel calmer. You feel happier. You help the body assist in detox. And when I did it, I felt great. When I didn't do it, I could feel the difference that my body was working extra hard to kind of get rid of toxins. So I did do an enema. I couldn't take in that much. So I basically used filtered water. I boiled it. I let it kind of cool down a little bit to the touch. And I filled the enema bag about halfway up. That's about all I can take in. And then I would just kind of sit there. It was a very short while. It was even just, under 5 minutes. I would just sit on my left side and just meditate or think or dream or whatever. And then I would do abdominal massages. I would stand up and I would do abdominal massages. And then I would just, relieve myself. And it really was a huge saving grace. So if you can just kind of go for it and just know you're going to feel a lot better. If you can just get through the process of doing the enema and just know it's going to be good for you, you're going to feel so much better at the end, and it's totally worth it to help your body assist in the detox. I also definitely used a dry skin brush. This is my dry skin brush. You're always going to brush before a bath or a shower, but always towards your heart. So just in little tiny micro movements. You're going to start from your feet and go all the way up to your body. For sensitive areas like the neck, you can just kind of roll it, just roll it back and forth. But you want to get most areas And it's very rejuvenating, and you just spend about 5 minutes doing it, always towards the heart, right before a bath or a shower. And it's just a wonderful way to just love yourself, give yourself a little massage, and that was really supportive as well. The last thing I wanted to really mention that I did to sort of help me detox through this process, to have a support system. So I had a lot of different mentors help me along the way with recipes and, what happens when this happens, what do I do? Tell me about your experience, what should I be thinking of, etc. Abby and Layla and Sharon and my coach Lynn and Dr. Rita Marie. She's running this program on insulin resistance that I'm in right now, and Dr. Rita Marie is just, I could listen to her for hours. She is probably the most well-knowledged person I've ever had the pleasure of listening to, and she's really helped me a lot. And all the coaches that I've been working with through the detox that have actually done, say 50 days of detox or 50 days of juicing or 60 days of juicing. Having a support system of people who understand your lifestyle and are really there for you and can give you feedback and encouragement is so, so important. I can't imagine doing this on my own. Your family obviously has to be supportive and be on your side, and just know that you're taking some time to really take good care of yourself and heal. And that's very, very important. So the last thing I wanted to tell you about was how the one thing that I craved during this detox was not sugary sweets or pasta or cheese or milk or coffee, or I didn't really crave anything. I was actually perfectly fine, and I still cooked for my family and I had no problems with it, except for the avocado. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. I'm going to allow myself 3 days of just blended vegetables, and probably make like a cucumber, celery, dill soup. Just blend it up in the Vitamix and drink a little 8-ounce glass, or maybe a little bit less. I was also thinking of making red pepper, cucumber, tomato, and cilantro. Blend it up in a blender and make that kind of like a gazpacho soup to drink for the next 3 days. So very light stuff. My stomach has definitely shrunk to I don't know what, and I don't want to overhaul it with a lot of avocado fats or olive oil or whatnot. But on Monday, I am digging into this baby and probably having about a quarter of it, enjoying it just wholeheartedly. I'm going to add some garlic, some sea salt, maybe some cilantro, make a little creamy guacamole, and that is the one thing that I have missed, and I'm looking forward to that. Okay, 2 last things about thoughts and about mentality. One very important thing to remember is not everyone's going to be supportive. I've actually met people who this week have told me that I'm annoying for doing a juice cleanse, or they've called me names, they've bullied me, they've called me irresponsible, they think it's drastic. I feel awesome. I feel so good. I feel so happy and calm, and I feel like I've let go of micromanaging everything, and I've let my body really come into its own, and they for some reason are just very upset with me for that. I don't really get it, but not everyone's going to be on your side, and your only responsibility is not to preach, not to be evangelical, just to do your own thing. Allow them whatever space they need to have. Forgive them, show compassion, show what you would need. So if you need acceptance and compassion, show that to them. And I think sometimes they think that when somebody is succeeding or when someone is doing well, then that means less well for them. Or it's the same thing with success. When someone wins something, there's some people that are not going to be happy for you, which goes beyond my understanding, but I can sort of fathom that they think that one person winning or one person reaching a goal or being happy or being in love or whatever it might be, that person means that they have less love, they have less success, they have less whatever. I think there's an infinite amount of love. I think there's an infinite amount of success. If someone feels good doing what they're doing, I'm going to support them and encourage them, because it doesn't mean anything less for me. Everybody can have as much success as they want, as much love. It's an infinite thing. But sadly, I've met people who have not been supportive, and you just have to not get angry, just let it go. Because if you do get angry, then all the hard work that you've gone through in the 30 days juicing, or ever many days you're doing the detox, it becomes a calming experience, and you can actually negate that whole effect if you give into it. So just laugh it off. Of course, you're not going to understand why they're doing what they're doing or why they're saying what they're saying. I'm kind of embarrassed for them that they said the things that they said, but they're human, and just show compassion and move past it and continue doing what you know is right for you. And the last thing is, I really learned that as much as I believe and think and consider myself knowledgeable about some things, your body is so much smarter than any critical thinking you could possibly do, any degrees you can possibly have. Your body is a brilliant design, and your body knows how to heal itself if you stay out of its way. And I've learned that, for years I've read books, and I've done this and I've done that, and I've tried different experiments on myself, and those are all really great. Those are part of my learning process. But when you stand out of the way of the body, just let it do its thing. It's brilliant. It's an amazing design. It's on your side. Your body is on your side. Your body wants to heal. Your body wants to thrive. And the definition of health is not just, I feel good. The definition of health is a thriving existence of mind and body. So thriving, meaning like you're just going for it and you're living life, and that is true health, not just like I feel okay today. That's not really health. If you stay out of the way of your body will know what to do, and just have trust in that. So I will leave you with that. I appreciate your kindness and your support and everything that you've done to be on my side, to be kind, and I want to return that to you. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Subscribe below, and there will be a lot more YouTube videos coming out, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.